Welcome to the Bucket List Buster Travel Show. Your Bucket List Buster Travel Show helps you make your bucket list dreams come true. Host Karen Duncan spent decades running the travel business. She, along with other industry experts, share their knowledge, travel stories, and wisdom about how to travel, where to travel, and how to have a stress-free adventure. Tune in, give yourself permission to focus on yourself, create lifelong memories with families and friends, and finally learn to relax, rejuvenate, and reconnect. And here's the host of your show, Karen Duncan.
Aloha, buenos dias, ni hao, yahate, bula, guten tag, bonjour, jumbo, boa tarde, everything's Irie, and good afternoon. I hope you're having a fantastic day. What's up, my friends? This is Karen Duncan, your bucket list buster, and I am so happy to be back on the air. We're gonna have some fun here in Panama. That's right, since you and I last talked, I have moved to Panama. That's right, Central America, and it is fantabulous. So, it's been about a year since I've been on the air, and I have done a lot. My husband and I moved to Panama, and we made that decision about a year ago. We've been here since April, and it's everything that I've wanted it to be. It was on my bucket list to live internationally, and live by the beach, and live someplace tropical, and that's exactly what we have done. So I am your bucket list busters for those of you who are new to the show, and I'm here to make your travel dreams come true. I do believe that everyone deserves time to relax, rejuvenate, and reconnect, so I'm going to provide you with current tips and trends to have less stressful travel experiences, as well as learning from others about what worked for them, where they've been, and why they decided to go there. We will also have professionals from the travel industry that I've had the pleasure of working with for over 23 years, as I am the owner of Peaks Cruises and Tours with my husband, Mitchell. We'll be talking to business development managers, hotel managers, cruise line executives, niche travel specialists, even restaurant chefs and owners for our foodies out there, tour guides, charter fishing companies, bloggers, etc. Anyone that I think could possibly help you make the perfect decision for what you're trying to do. Plus, if becoming an expat is part of your bucket list, then you'll have a chance to learn more about living outside your home country. What makes people decide to move from their home country to an international destination? What are some of the benefits? What are some of the challenges? How do you decide? This will be a fast-paced, fun-filled podcast where you listeners will have a chance to be a guest or join us on one of our Bucket List Buster adventures and meet others who give in to the call of keeping their suitcases packed. So join me on my next adventure of your Bucket List Buster travel show. Let's travel this world together. Well, I always start my show off with a thought of the week. So this week, I always wanted to, anyway, I just had a brain fart or a senior moment, whatever it is that you want to call it. But that's the advantage of me doing a podcast. It's my show, so I get to do what I want to do. So anyway, so the thought of the week, most times it's related to something travel. Sometimes it's philosophical. Sometimes I get on my high horse about an issue related to travel, like sustainable tourism and treating indigenous and local people with respect. This week, since it's our first show in a long time, it's about why I'm doing this. I love to travel. More than anything in the world, I love to travel, other than my family, of course. It's not only my profession, but my passion to get as many people to travel the world as I can. I believe travel changes your life for the better. It's eye-opening. It's humbling. It makes you grateful for what you have sometimes, or strive harder to get where you want to go. Nowadays, it's you who are bombarded with so many options when you're ready for a vacation or even to become an expat on where to move. How do you decipher what's real? If it's too good to be true, it usually is. These are big decisions to make, and sometimes thousands of dollars are on the line. This show will hopefully help you figure out what's best for you, when to take vacations. You'll get to hear it straight from the professionals and the clients that travel to certain destinations and stay at certain hotels or resorts, or decide on which cruise lines to use. And if moving out of the country is your bucket list, listen here to find out how people made those decisions and why, and what resources they used to decide. Let me tell you about my story. So a year ago, my husband found out that the company he had been working for no longer needed his services. As he says, they laid me off. And at that point, we had decided that, what are we going to do this time around? This is about the third or fourth time in our marriage that this situation has occurred. And as you get older, opportunities become less available for you. So he decided, I'm done. I'm tired of this. Let's think of what our next plan is going to be. So we went on a cruise. First week of December 2017, we went on Norwegian Cruise Line through the Panama Canal. Our youngest son was performing on the ship. He was one of their principal performers. So we went to see him, and it was a nice long cruise, about 11 days. Went through Panama, didn't even get off the ship because it was raining so hard, to tell you the truth. And we had been to Panama before. We had been to Cologne on a cruise prior. And one of his friends had been talking about how he wanted to retire to Panama. So we started looking into where could we move to stretch our dollar the furthest. Where could we live by the beach? Where it would be less expensive and just a new place for us to have an adventure. And Panama picked all the boxes. They use the US dollar. They drive on the right side of the road like we're used to in the US. Lots of expats live here. There's a big American influence because of the building of the Panama Canal and because we used to have a military base. So that's what we did. We decided we were going to move to Panama, sight unseen. Let me tell you, it was an adventure. I'll tell you more about our process as the weeks go by, but that's where we started out a year ago. And after Christmas, I put the house on the market, and the adventure has continued. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about today is it's the holiday season. Christmas, Hanukkah, etc. All related to religions and traditions and culture. All the things are exciting to learn about when you travel to new countries. So here's an idea. If you really want to show your family how much you love them, travel the world with them next year. Maybe too late this year, maybe not, depending on if you've made any decisions about what you're getting people. Find out how other cultures celebrate the holidays. With me being in Panama for my first Christmas, and I was here for Thanksgiving, which they don't really celebrate here, I was here also for Mother's Day, which is December 8th. So I got 2 Mother's Days this year. And their Independence Days are in between November, December. So there's a lot of tradition and a lot of festivals and activities going on this time of year here in Panama. And I can tell you it's exciting to see what foods are in the stores, what people do on these days, the parades, the festivals, the attire, the nuances of celebrating the holidays in a new country. So make this the last year you've given stuff for the holidays. That's kind of my thing this year. Stop giving stuff that people have to get rid of or they won't use. Pick a destination or a cruise or an activity you may want to do as a family and save all the money that you would spend giving a gift next year on the experience of a lifetime. There's nothing more rewarding than having those memories with grandparents, kids, aunts, cousins, and friends. Here's my idea. Choose a place, give items related to that place, make it a scavenger hunt. Maybe get some maps, some books, some related clothing, pictures, videos if you've just got to have a box under the tree. Put up a wall-size map and start pinning the places you and your family travel. So then your kids can get excited about how many places they've been to before they graduate from high school. Children who travel are more compassionate and more adventurous. So why do I do this? Because I want you to experience the feeling of joy and exhilaration I feel when I go to a new place. I want you to feel rested and relaxed, getting away from the grind of your everyday life so you can reboot. I want you to go home with memories you'll talk about forever, or at least until the next adventure. I do this because it's just plain old fun. Plus, I love to hear myself talk. And with that, I'm done about my thought of the week. If you need some help, of course, you know you can reach out to me about suggestions and recommendations, or even help planning a group trip at peekcruisestours.com. That's PEEKS cruisestours.com. Or check out some of our trips on our Facebook or website. I'm going to take a break, and when I get back, we're going to talk about destinations, places to travel, being an expat, and all of that. This is your Bucket List Buster. Can't wait to come back and talk to you. Hey guys, Karen Duncan. If you need help planning your next vacation, reach out to Peaks Cruise and Tours at 1-512-529-3696, which is voice or WhatsApp. Or go to our Facebook page, Instagram, and of course our website, peakscruisestours.com. This is your Bucket List Buster. Destination of the week. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is our destination of the week. You say, why? You live in Panama. Why are you doing Puerto Rico? Because I think Puerto Rico needs some love because of what has happened last year with Hurricane Maria. It devastated Puerto Rico. One of the worst hurricanes in U.S. history. Nearly 3,000 lost lives, according to the Puerto Rican government, were lost because of Hurricane Maria. But Puerto Rico is open for business, and I want everyone to know that. So don't not go to Puerto Rico because of the devastation. Go to Puerto Rico because of the devastation. They need to get back on track. When tourism is one of your main economy boosters for your country, you need to make sure that you get back on track as soon as possible, and that's what they've done. For instance, their daily air service has increased from 20 flights, which was 2 weeks after the hurricane. They're back up to 120-ish